Hey everybody, it's Melanie coming to you from the Outer Banks, North Carolina. Welcome to my living room. So I just did an interview with somebody that I met in the park while I was playing guitar and hanging with my kids. And his name's Kevin. He's a super cool dude, and he wanted to interview me and ask me questions about my life and how I got to where I am today. So I did that. And I hope that it gets to the ears of the people that need to hear it, and I hope that it changes some lives. That's really the hope that I have for it. But aside from all that, I went to New York this last weekend, and I was riding up there and was listening to all these songs from the 90s. Stuff that I used to listen to on, it was a radio station out of Rochester, New York called The Nerve, 95.1, 95.5, The Nerve. And it was 90s alternative. And they played Metallica, they played AC/DC, they played Nirvana, they played Ozzy Osbourne, which aren't 90s songs, but they played classic and modern rock. And I grew up listening to all that. And so driving up to New York, I was listening to all of that. And this message to contact somebody that I had hung out with as a kid a lot in the 90s and 8th grade. And I don't want to share their name yet because I don't want to bring their pain or and you know who you are, and I will give you credit 1000%, but I really wanted to share the depths of this song without people that watch my channel that know me and know my past and would know this person. I don't want to, anyways. So, this interview that I had today was talking a lot about, past experiences in my life and where I have been and what I've come through, and a lot of it revolving around drugs and addiction, and, getting some insight on the level of the user and what it's like to be in recovery and who I am as a person now compared to then and what led me to the place that I'm at today. So on my way to New York, I heard all these songs. I got the spiritual message to contact a person that I hadn't talked to in about 20 years. Maybe more than that, maybe like 21 or 22 years. And so I contacted them and asked if they were still in town. They said yes. I said, I'd like to meet up with you. Spirit's driving this encounter, and we got stuff to talk about, I guess. So we met with our kids, and lo and behold, they lost a partner from drug overdose and are raising the child from that partner. And the pain of watching somebody go through addiction. So this person gave me perspective on what Chris, my other half, has gone through watching my life and watching me transform and from where I was and to who I am today. It also gave me the perspective that could have been me. It should have been me. I should be dead I should have died on a floor a long time ago. I tried to overdose so many times, and God kept waking me up. So here I am, sharing the story and the journey with y'all today. However, when I had contacted this person, I said, do you play music at all? Because I'm getting a music vibe, and they said no. Well, when we had our interaction, they said that they had written song lyrics, and I was like, holy crap, this is deep, because I'm getting into all this music, and I've been told I need to write originals, and I'm kind of scared to share my stuff yet. So I think there's purpose for us in this meeting, and this person entrusted me with the lyrics that came from their soul and their suffering and their pain and the experience that they had watching drugs overtake the love of their life. So I've written, the part that I wrote is, I didn't write any of the lyrics, but I arranged the style of the song. I arranged the melody, the chord structure, all of that. So I had free poetic license when it came to the melody and the song. I did have to adjust a couple of the verses so that the Phrasing was in particular sections because the verses that I was given were way too long, and it's tough to work with in the way modern music is written. But I didn't change anything except I also added "Please come take me home" maybe once. I also have only made it through the first verse and the chorus, but I can't get this song out of my head, and I'm being guided to share. And I hope that I can remember it for you guys. And if I can't, I will one day. I just got these lyrics last. I think it's been a week that I've had them. So this is called "Take Me Home," and again, when the song's completed and recorded, I will give credit to the person that wrote the lyrics, but I don't know if they're ready for that on their end when it comes to the healing process and being exposed. So that'll come. I will give credit. I can't not. Take me back to a better day, day when your face is not erased, day when I felt like I had time to waste. Take me back to that special place, place where we can grow, listen, love, and teach all we know. Now my tank's on empty, I've got nowhere to go. Take me home. I don't wanna feel the pain, losing all I've gained. Take me home. Won't you please take me home? So that's all I have memorized, and I would sing the rest of it if I had done it, but the way my phone works for recording, I can't look at the lyrics and talk to you guys or sing to you guys. So I hope that this song spreads a message of the pain that's left behind from somebody that's using drugs or alcohol that's passed on. I also want to be a sign of hope that through addiction, you can find a better world, you can find home in recovery, and you can make it to the other side. I'm walking, talking proof, but there's a lot of work that has to be done prior to that, and no one can do it for you. So if you're somebody that has a loved one struggling with drug addiction, or if you are struggling with drug addiction or alcohol addiction, the choice to change is yours. And the biggest advice I can make to help you change is change your diet. Whole foods, plant-based all the way, and it'll change your life if you allow it. I'm glad I found a way out. I'm grateful that I found a way out, and I know that I have a platform, and I know that I also need to share the message to help others find their way out. Also, something that came from this was this person said that they had, like, through this growing up process, they now get to, like, sit and hang out with their parent and smoke a doobie and, like, chill out. And I was like, I never have had the opportunity to do that with my dad. He has with other people, but he and I really never have sat down and smoked a bowl and hung out and chilled. And that night, after this encounter, my dad spoke to me for the first time ever about how his mom overdosed on opioids, and he was 21, and how she lived this really miserable, terrible life because of the pain she was in. She had lymphedema, and that's like a horrific illness, all because of diet, but they didn't know that back then, and most people still don't know that now. And as a retired medical professional, I will tell you it is all because of diet. So change the way you eat, peoples. But yeah, so I got to have this experience with my dad where he shared that information even prior to smoking the bowl. But then I got to smoke a bowl with my dad afterwards and really learn some cool things about him, have some really cool revelations, and make a bond with somebody that really hurt me growing up and really caused a lot of pain and trauma. But it was all because of the suffering, pain, and trauma that he'd gone through as a kid as well. It's just the cycle repeating itself. So I became his mother to my own children, and instead of succumbing to the illness for some reason, I'm still standing. I want to wish all of you a beautiful day. I want to encourage you and invite you to find kindness for yourself and find kindness for others that are struggling during this time. I hope that you're also able to release judgments of people that struggle with this illness, because I was a married mother, white woman of 3 little girls using IV drugs to get by. So it happens to everybody. Wishing you all the best. Peace, love, and namaste.